So, welcome back, awesome people. Today, I want to be very real with you. And so, I want to talk about how I had these 5 things that were keeping me stuck in my business. It's not because I didn't have ideas, it wasn't that. What was keeping me stuck was me. So, today, if you're thinking, I've been stuck in my business and I want to know, what did you do, Marsha, to get unstuck? Well, I will tell you this. There are 5 things that I want to share with you today that helped me when I was stuck and what I did to fix them. So if that is something you are interested in, keep watching. Well, hello, awesome people. Today I want to talk about 5 things that kept me stuck in my business. And these things will often keep entrepreneurs stuck. But I also want to talk about how to fix them. So I have my notes here on my phone because I don't want to forget anything to share with you. So I'll be checking out my notes as we go along. So there are 5 things that kept me stuck in my business for a long time. And as you know, on this channel, we work with coaches and speakers and consultants and entrepreneurs who want to monetize their business and build their brand and grow and create a life in a business that they love. Well, that was something I wanted to do, but I was stuck for a long time. And so it wasn't that I didn't have the ideas. It wasn't that I didn't have the expertise. It was so many other things. So let's dive into it. I hope you have that pen and I hope you have that paper. If you're thinking, that's me, I've been stuck, and you're ready to go to the next level. So number one, I was waiting for the perfect time. Have you ever been waiting for the perfect time, waiting to get everything right, waiting to get all of the equipment, waiting to get everything in order, waiting to get the perfect place? I was waiting for the perfect time. And you know what? It ate up a lot of my time as a business owner, and I left so much money on the table. There's never going to be a perfect time. It will always be something that will be coming up. So what did I do? Honestly, that perfect time never came. I would say, well, after this month, I'll do this. Well, now this month we're going on vacation. Well, I have to wait till this month. And years went by. So what did I do to fix it? Well, I stopped waiting and I gave myself permission to get started. And I thought, okay, if I can pick one thing, like one of these books behind me, if I can pick one major thing, let me just get started. And you know what one of those major things was? It was doing YouTube videos. I knew I needed to grow my brand on YouTube. I knew as a coach, a consultant, a speaker, and trainer that building a brand on YouTube would really help my business. And I kept making videos and deleting them, but I gave myself permission to say, no more waiting for the perfect time. No more waiting for me to get everything right. I decided on my one thing, and I'm so glad I did. Now I have over hundreds of YouTube videos. And it's not about being perfect. It's not about always having everything in order. It's just about giving yourself permission to start. So I hope you have that pen and that paper and you're thinking, what is the one thing that I need to do to give myself permission to start? So that's the first thing that kept me stuck. And that's how I fixed it. Number 2, what kept me stuck? Consuming instead of creating. Now, I'm a writing professor by trade, and I love to read, and I love to write, and I love to watch videos and trainings and things like that. And consuming. Now, I'm all about learning because we do need to keep learning. But we can't just keep consuming and keep learning and never create. And so I would have these ideas and I would write them down, and I would have these tablets and notebooks. I'm from the old school, and I would write things down, and I would write them on my notes on my app on my phone. And I had all of this consumption and no creation. And so I was like, okay, I can do this and I can do that. And so I was doing all of this consuming instead of creating. What was I doing? I was overloading myself with courses and freebies and YouTube videos, which is nothing wrong with learning to do those things. But if you're not implementing, then it will keep you stuck. So what did I do to fix it? I picked one strategy, okay? And I focused on that one strategy for about 3 to 4 weeks. Now it goes fast. 3 to 4 weeks go fast. And I told myself, okay, this is what I'm going to do week 1, This is what I'm going to do week 2, week 3, and week 4. You might do it in 2 weeks, but every night I would write down before I go to bed, this is what I'm going to do, my top 3 priorities. So what I did was I focused on picking something from what I had learned from a webinar or video, and I got really good at it. I focused on implementing, and I had time during the day when I would implement. I had time blocks when I would make something work. For instance, I may have said, okay, I'm going to revamp my LinkedIn page, which was something I did, and I revamped it because LinkedIn has changed. I revamped my LinkedIn page. I revamped the banner. I revamped the about section. Why? Because I'd watched a training on LinkedIn and how using LinkedIn is a great platform to build your business as a speaker, a coach, or trainer. And so that was one thing that I had been consuming, and I decided, okay, I'm going to focus on working on and revamping my LinkedIn. Another thing that I did, I was taking so many trainings on email marketing, because if you know anything about me, I say all the time, email is your friend. That is where you own that platform, you own that. Those people are people who want to hear from you, and you can sell in the email. And I kept taking trainings on growing your email list, how to build your email list from scratch, and just everything. And I said, I want to create a course on how to create email and how to get started with email. And so I'd learned all of these things about email, and I started growing my email. I started doing what the training said, but I had never put the course together. So I decided, okay, I'm going to take some time and I'm going to map out this course. Well, needless to say, I have that course. It's a free course on how to get started on email. It's on my website. I'll put a link below in the description, and I got it done. So it's not just about consuming. It is about creating, picking your one thing, taking 30 days and focusing on getting it done. You may have been thinking about, I need to do a digital product, or maybe you said, I need to create something digital and start making passive income. Well, now it's time to create that, especially if you've been watching videos or going through trainings or downloading freebies. So the way I fixed it is to focus on taking all of that information and creating something, whether it took 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So if you're saying that's me and you have that pen and paper, think about what can you take from all of the consumption that you've been doing, and what can you say, okay, I'm going to create that. I'm going to make that happen. So that's how I fixed number 2. Number 3, other ways that we tend to stay stuck, I know for me, is doubting ourselves, okay? And worrying about what are people going to think. Wow, that was so big for me. Doubting myself. Well, what if I do this? And what if this doesn't work? And what if people think this? And what if people say this about me? Just doubting myself and worrying about what others would think. Now, we have expertise, we have experience. Why do we doubt ourselves? I have been teaching a long time. I have been training and traveling and doing a great job at it. Why do we still doubt ourselves even when we know this is our skill set and this is what we can do? Because we worry about, well, what are people going to think? What are they going to think about what I'm wearing? What are they going to think about what I'm saying? And so it keeps us stuck. And so when I got out of that exhausting place of worrying about what people are going to think, that exhausting place of doubting myself, and getting the confidence knowing that I know this skill set, I've been doing this, I'm good at that, it helped me to get unstuck. And so how did I fix it? That's how I fixed it. I reminded myself, these are the skills that I have. This is the expertise that I have. This is what I've been doing. This is what my passion is. And that's what you have to say. And sometimes we think, well, we need all of these certifications, or we need this and we need that. And somebody said, if you are in the 5th grade, you can teach a 4th grader. If you're in the 8th grade, you can teach a 7th grader. And if you're in the 12th grade, you can teach an 11th grader. In other way, if you've been in business a year and you've learned some things, you've had your challenges and you've overcome them, and you can help somebody who's just starting. In other words, if you're a little bit ahead of someone who's trying to learn something, you can teach them. You don't have to doubt yourself. You don't have to worry about things. You can teach them because you are a step ahead of them. And you feel good because you're helping somebody. You're helping change their lives. You're helping them with a transformation. So doubting ourselves and thinking, well, you know, I'm not good enough. I don't have what it takes. That keeps us stuck. It kept me stuck. And when I decided and I reminded myself, no, it helped me to get unstuck. So that was the third thing that was keeping me unstuck. And sometimes I bet it may be keeping you unstuck. Number 4, not trusting myself. And so I would question decisions. Well, should I do this? Well, maybe I didn't do this right. Or is it a good idea to do this? Or maybe I should start this. Or maybe I shouldn't start that. Questioning decisions. Those things kept me stuck, and they will keep you stuck. We have to decide. We have to say, okay, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm going to do. And not second guess and third guess and questioning all of the decisions that we think about. We have so many ideas, right? I know I have so many ideas. But when we question every decision, we start to just overthink things. And when we start to overthink things, we just eat up time. And so I had to say, let me stick with something. Let me make this decision and let me stick with something. For instance, when I talk about running Facebook ads, I'm like, okay, should I run this ad, or should I talk about a mini course, or should I do a digital course, or should I talk about how to grow your email? Well, how did I fix that? I just decided on something. I have all of these ideas. I have them written down. I decided on something. I said, okay, I am going to do X, and I am going to do it now. And so when we're questioning these decisions and overthinking, it keeps us stuck. And it kept me stuck for a long time. And when we're stuck, we're losing money, we're leaving money on the table, and we're not growing our business. So the last thing, the 5th thing, was trying to do everything at once. And if you've been following me and you know anything about me, and I hope you subscribe to our channel, and I hope you're following me in other places. If you know anything about me, I talk so much about how I was trying to do everything all at once. And somebody said, you can have it all, just not all at once. And so I was trying to start this. I was trying to do a course. I was trying to do a membership. I was trying to do everything all at once. And I know why that was keeping me stuck. And I know why I was trying to do everything at once, because I'm the type of person, I want things to happen fast, and I don't want time to go by. But that didn't work well for me, and it kept me stuck, because what it does is it paralyzes us. And so when I decided that, okay, I'm going to do these 2 things in these 12 weeks, quarter 1, I'm going to add this in quarter 2. I'm going to add this in quarter 3. And that worked out so well for me, because I wasn't trying to do everything all at once anymore. I decided I wanted to build some mini courses, and I did that. I decided I wanted to revamp my website and do some rebranding as a brand strategist and marketing strategist, and I did that. And so not doing everything at once and breaking a few things down into quarters, that's how I fixed it. And I simplified. And so I thought about, I'm going to do these 2 things this time. I'm going to do these 2 things this time. So I simplified. And another thing that I did to fix it, I tell my clients, when you're trying to grow your brand, you don't need to be everywhere. You don't need to be trying to do everything every day, all day. I like to say pick 2 platforms and go all in, master those 2 platforms. For me, I am on a lot of platforms, but I'm a brand and marketing strategist, but I have an assistant to help me. But if I were a solopreneur, I would pick 2. But right now, I do have 2 main platforms that I go all in, and it's YouTube, because I do a YouTube video once a week or once every 2 weeks where I'm teaching and I'm sharing and I'm helping and giving value to you. And my second one is LinkedIn, because for YouTube and LinkedIn, for me as a coach, a trainer, speaker, is really helping to grow my brand. And it's not just about the money. It's helping me to build authority. It's helping me to build trust. And then when I do that, people see me and they say, well, can you speak on our stage, or can you be a part of our our summit. And so you pick your 2 platforms and you master them. You don't have to be on every social media site. You don't have to have a whole lot of followers. You don't have to have a whole lot of money to make money online. You just need to have the right strategy and the right system that works for you and your schedule. 2 platforms are good to build your brand, and 3 days a week is good to build your brand. You don't need to be online every day. So you don't need to be trying to do everything at once. You don't need to be everywhere, because that keeps us stuck. It kept me stuck. And when I decided I want to go and on these 2 platforms and go all in, yes, I'm on Facebook, yes, I'm on Instagram, but my main 2 that I master and just put all of my energy and my value and my content, YouTube and LinkedIn. So you don't have to be everywhere trying to do everything. So if you're feeling stuck right now, I hope that these 5 things that I talked to you about, I hope that the 5 things that you might be saying, I feel that too. I hope that you will say to yourself, no more, no more. And let me rephrase and let me recap on my 5. I have my notes here. Waiting for the perfect time. That will keep you stuck. Okay. Number 2, consuming instead of creating. I hope you had that pen and paper and you're writing it down. Number 3, doubting myself and worrying about what people are going to say. Number 4, not trusting myself, overthinking things and second guessing myself. And number 5, trying to do everything at once. And so what I like to say as I wrap up, start small, but start, okay? Pick one thing each quarter, or 2 if you can do 2 things. Take one step, but do it. Okay. And that's how you build confidence, and that's how you build momentum. And that's actually how I started simplifying my business, and it started growing. And I like to say, simplify the scale. You don't need to do more. Doing more doesn't mean making more. So this is how you get unstuck. This is how you simplify your brand. This is how you scale your business. And this is how you're going to create a life and a business that you love. So be sure and check out our freebies down below. I'll put them in the description below. I'll also put down in the description below some information on resources that you can get. Be sure and subscribe to our channel, because we drop a video every week or every 2 weeks to help you build that brand, monetize, and grow. And coming soon, we're going to be creating a new project that you gonna get to know about. And so keep looking out for that and keep on moving, because as I always like to say, the secret sauce to your success, it is not the algorithm. It is not social media. It is not having a whole lot of followers. It is not being all over the place. The secret sauce to your success is you.